Hi, Basak. I apologize for the delay in getting these essays to you. It couldn't be helped, I'm afraid. But we're back, so let's take a look at what you wrote here. This is one about travel, so here's what you wrote. The issue of travel and how it becomes easier nowadays, not how it becomes, but how it has become would make more sense, has resulted in some debates within the country or between okay, so not between, because you mean between countries. So within the country or abroad, there are pros and cons of taking a trip. This essay will discuss positive aspects of it, like helping decrease stress levels of an individual and broadening ing or understanding, and also some negative ones like the chance of getting ill and exhaustion. You didn't really have to go into all this detail. You didn't have to mention what those reasons are because that's what your body paragraphs are going to do. So you could have just said this essay will discuss both positive and negative aspects involved in traveling. And then that would have been it. It would have been plenty, really. You didn't have to go into more detail. So let's look at your body paragraphs now. There's ample evidence that traveling is much easier now than it was in the past. Nowadays, you can fly with cheap airlines or get on a fast train and take a quick journey for your weekend holiday. One of the main advantages of a trip is that it helps a lot to refresh our minds. Even a short journey to our family home or to a spa hotel for a couple of days has many benefits on people's psychology. The latest research from Oxford has shown that people who travel out of town without the here once a month have lower stress levels than those here, not the ones, but then those who take a trip very rarely. You need an adverb. Secondly, when you travel to different countries often, you have the chance to get to know many inspiring new people around the world. This really widens an individual's, not an individual's S apostrophe, but apostrophe S, and perspective. Therefore, it is conclusively clear that we should take into account the advantages of easy travel. Okay, fine. However, there are some drawbacks of traveling too. The possibility of getting ill on a journey is one of them. This is largely because our immune system is not ready most of the time for different kinds of viruses, which we meet as a result of environmental changes. For example, there are some mandatory vaccines for passengers who would like to visit India and South Africa. Okay. Also, traveling so often, like more than twice a month without the in, could cause fatigue. Even if the ways of the voyage are getting easier, that's a little awkward, the ways of the voyage. The ways to travel, I think, would be better. It is still time-consuming, and our body's not created to feel comfortable under the G-force. Consequently, it is possible to state beyond doubt that, like in every kind of medicine, there is an ideal dose for travel. All right, I like that last sentence. So what are you saying? You're saying our immune system, and then you say it causes fatigue. Okay, that's fine. So, to conclude from the examples and arguments given, as the benefits like widening our knowledge and helping us to get rid of our daily stress. What? No. To conclude from the arguments and examples given, such as the benefits like, no, I don't even know about that. To conclude from the examples and arguments given, benefits like widening our knowledge and helping us to get rid of our daily stress, comma, traveling still has some drawbacks which we cannot overlook, such as disease and fatigue. It is predicted that with technological developments, the number of passengers will continue to grow in the future. All right, this is good, Basak. I thought it was a nice essay. I think most of it read pretty easily. You had good, you did that I liked. You developed well, so I was happy with that. Let's see, refreshes our minds, and okay, yeah, you did exactly what you were supposed to do. You had it asked for advantages and disadvantages, so you gave 2 advantages, you gave 2 disadvantages, so I'm really quite happy with that. In terms of the task achievement, I thought you did well. I thought your vocabulary was good. Let's see. I didn't really have I thought your vocabulary was accurate. I thought it was well suited to your essay. And there were just some little little grammar things. Here and there, but nothing really major, nothing really concerning, okay? So, good job. Let's take a look now at your second task. Okay, so now let's take a look at your letter. You're writing a letter to your friend. Dear Sarah, hope everything goes well. It has been a while since we met last summer. During this period, I changed my job. I've just started to work for an advertisement company, which is quite exciting for me after spending years as a shop assistant. You know, becoming a famous advertiser one day is my childhood dream. Therefore, I decided to take action for it and quit my previous job. All right. There were a few things in this paragraph that seemed to me not to flow really well. And also, in terms of grammar, they were a little problematic. So I want to look at those again. I hope everything is going well, is how we say this usually. You didn't have to use the word I, but you could have just said, hope everything is going well. It has been a while since it's strange to say it is a while since we met last summer. It doesn't really make sense. You could say it's been a while since we last spoke. That would be okay. It has been a while since we have written, something like that. But to then say when it actually happened doesn't really make sense. So why don't we change it to that? It has been a while since we last wrote. During this period, and now then you go right into it, which also felt to me a little choppy. So what I really would have liked is to see you make some sort of a transition statement here. So say something like, a lot has happened since then. For example, during this period, I have changed jobs, okay, with the I have. And then I've just started to work for an advertisement company, which is quite exciting for me after spending years as a shop assistant. You know that becoming a famous advertiser one day has been my dream since childhood, okay, that also would make more sense. And then the rest of it is fine. And this was a little strange, actually. Take action for this. I finally decided to take action and quit my previous job. That works much better. All right, so you can see that every sentence in the first paragraph needed something done to it. It all had some awkwardness, so changing it like that helps. Okay, so I am working as a junior designer in one of the leading companies in town. Our office is outstanding. It's in the historical city center, and I really enjoy my journey there twice a day, passing through historical buildings and imagining there were people who worked ED many years ago too. Wait a minute. Passing through historical buildings and imagining there were people who worked there many years ago too gives me lots of pleasure. You must visit me when you're in town. I would really enjoy to offer you a coffee. I have some news about my brother too. He will move to London for a year because he has been chosen for the educational exchange program. As a result, I will come to London too with our parents next September. We should set a meeting from now for a day in famous museums. I'm sure there are plenty of things but you would like to show me. I hope to hear from you soon. Best regards. All right, that's fine. It was just those areas of awkwardness that needed a little work. Like here, there was that missing word, and then here you had some problems. Other than that, it's okay. Again, not a flawless letter. Still, it needs some work for sure. But, you know, it had some good elements, okay? Go ahead and correct them, and let's see what you have for us with your next set. Good luck.